Hi guys! Okay, so I'm super excited to tell you about how the dinners and things went for a lot of you. You guys were there, so I hope that you enjoyed the dinners. We had food, we played games, and we prayed together, and it was a real blessing. I really loved being with you guys, being encouraged by you guys, and I hope that you also felt loved and encouraged. And if there's ways that I can encourage you more, just please let me know, because I would love to do that for you. But I want to say thank you for your encouragement, and thank you for your prayers, and thank you for being a part of my team. I'm grateful for all of you. So I think I just want to tell this story. So as most of you know, I wasn't allowed to come back to Portugal unless I was 100%. And so I was really nervous. I didn't know if I could come back within the time frame that I bought the tickets, but I just wanted to come back to Portugal. I just wanted to come back home, and but I didn't know what was going to happen. And so within the first week of me being back in North Carolina, I was praying at a coffee shop, and I was reading my Bible. And I was reading the story in Exodus where Moses is writing the second commandments, the 10 commandments a second time, after the first ones broke. And I realized that Moses was on top of this mountain. And he was on this mountain for 40 days and 40 nights, and he was fasting. And I was like, whoa. Jesus also fasted for 40 days and 40 nights before his ministry started, before he became the new covenant. And I was thinking like, whoa, Noah was also on the ark for 40 days and 40 nights before God made a promise to him at the end of those 40 days that there would be no more flooding of the earth. And then I was like, hey, the Israelites were in the wilderness for 40 years until after they received the promised land. They made it to the promised land. I was thinking, wow, every time after 40, like a promise of God is fulfilled. Or, a promise of God, ministry of God, like covenant with God. Those things are fulfilled. And I'm like, that's amazing. And then God was like, so how many days are you here, Megan? Like in the US. And I looked on my calendar, and I was in the US for 39 days, which means I would have returned to Portugal on the 40th day. And I was like, that's crazy. And so this happened at the very beginning, and the whole time I was thinking, okay, I don't know how I'm going to get promises of 100%, but God promised that I would return to Portugal. And God fulfills his promises on the 48th day. And I'm like, okay, pronto. So I held on to this promise during the time. And sometimes it was really scary, because I was like, there's nothing coming in and nothing has changed. I am loving these dinners. I'm loving being with people. I'm loving being with my family. But I know that I want to go back to Portugal. And it was also really encouraging, because my family, my parents, and everyone was just like, Megan, we love you. We adore you. We love that you're here. But it's time for you to go home. And I'm like, that's a weird thing for parents to say, but also it was a blessing for them to say. And so amazing that I have a family that encourages me to pursue what God is speaking, And so I was like, okay, I just kind of keep holding on to this promise. And within the last week, I still had not raised all the support I needed to be 100%. I still basically was at the same place that I was before. And I was praying, and I was like, God, like, you promised me. And we have 1 week before I have to cancel my ticket and say, like, I have to stay. And I was like, what do I do? And I woke up one Wednesday, the last Wednesday that I was there, and I just felt like God was like, today's the day. I was like, okay. So I waited all day, I prayed, but I felt so much peace. And at the end of the day, I started getting messages and messages and messages, and at the end of the day, I was fully supported, where I didn't need any more support to to be 100%. And I was so grateful, because the rest of the time that I was there, from like Thursday to Monday, not so many days, like I was able to be with my family and my friends and say goodbyes. And yeah, it was a real blessing. So I'm just really grateful for all of you, and I hope that there are ways that I can encourage you and strengthen you as well. So yeah, this new year, I'm stepping into some new roles with OM, so I'm super excited about those. But when they get more established and I have more stories to tell, then I will make a new letter about that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy your week, and please reach out if you have any prayer requests. Okay, bye.